Happy Sunday. I'm back. I didn't want to leave, but I did come back. It is good to see you guys. I'm excited to share this flight with this wonderful gentleman. I love sharing Irish whiskey with you guys. Let's see who we have in chat. Let me know what you guys are drinking. Make sure you hit that like, hit that share, do all that great stuff that YouTube likes us to do so people can find us because things have been getting wonky. It's been hard to find everybody's lives lately. I don't know what it is. Some certain people too. I just can't find them. Liz B was in here first. Cheers, everyone. Hope you share info on your wonderful trip. I will be. I'm also going to be joining. I think I'm going to be joining Hello Again Whiskey Friends on one of their streams. And I'm going to send them some stuff and get into it pretty deep as well. So I'm excited to share all this whiskey I got that I brought home. Hey, Marty. Cheers to you, sir. It is good to see you. Mr. Ben, Whiskey Uncensored, let's go. It is good to see you, Ben. Cheers, Dave Vogelsang. It is good to see you. We got Mr. Mike Meyer. Cheers to you, Mike. We got Peter White. Cheers to you, Peter. It is good to see you. And you are drinking some Redemption 10-year high rye bourbon. I'm still not back into bourbon yet. I think I've just had so much Irish whiskey over the last 2 weeks. Let me tell you, it was a lot. Even for me, it was a lot of drinking. A lot of drinking. Currently driving as freaking always. You do a lot of driving. You do. Hey, cheers, Whiskey Joker. It is good to see you. Let me know what you guys are drinking. Hi, Amy O'Byrne. Welcome back. Looks like an incredible trip. Dunville's 3 Crowns in the glass. Ooh, Amy, check out the Ecklinville website. They actually did a whiskey bus, Dunville's 1808. Is it 1608, 1808? I have the bottle here. And it is still available. Cheers, Donner Pass Whiskey. It is good to see you. All right, I'm going to invite my guest in here. We got a lot of whiskey to drink. Please help me welcome one of the most wonderful whiskey tubers that I know. I thank him and all the veterans for his service. I really enjoy when I can catch his stream. Mark from Northwest Bourbon. Hey, Mark.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me on, Stacy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This is fun. There's Mr. Mom, Gandy Road joining us. Zen Bood with some botanist and tonic tonight. I actually did bring back some Irish gin. We had a whole lot of cocktails in Ireland. I mean, every time you rolled into a distillery, they shoved a cocktail cocktail at you. So it was a whole lot. I was unprepared for the level of drinking. And that's saying something. It was pretty bad. Ben Holiday Mash and Journey pick. Ooh, I like Ben Holiday. I do like that. Cheers, Slapshots Roadhouse. Good evening, everyone. Stuff in my face with some grilled brats. That sounds yummy. I just had a sandwich. I'm still not back into where I want to cook. We've been home a week. I'm not into cooking yet.
I love cooking.
I normally do. And we got a Blackstone, and I love going out and grilling on the Blackstone, but I'm not quite into that where I'm like, oh, let's do it. I did breakfast. I can handle breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
That was enough. I'm not ready for that yet. All right. So how this all got started, Mark actually saw a bottle on the shelf and asked me about it. And I thought, what a great opportunity to send him some higher proof Irish whiskey, that bottles that I know have big flavor. So we're going to actually get started with the, not the exact one you were asking about, but it's the same one in the series. So this is Teeling Wonders of Wood series, and this is the Virgin Portuguese Oak. So this is an Irish single pot still whiskey. This is 50% ABV. The unique thing about this is the maturation was in a virgin Portuguese oak cask. So this series is actually got some similarities with bourbon because all of them are done in virgin oak casks from different places. Okay. This one being Portuguese. The first one was actually a Chinkapin oak. And then the one that you saw on the shelf, which actually you got it before we got it here where I am, and I didn't see it in Ireland, so I couldn't even pick it up, is the Swedish oak. Oh, you did get it.
I did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I took a picture of it. It was at the Class 6 on the Air Force Army base that I'm on, and I took a picture of it, sent it to you, asked what you knew about it.
Mhm.
I'd never seen it before, ever, and so we discussed a little bit about it.
Mhm.
Told me about the one that you had, and that you'll send me a sample of it, which I appreciate. And then when I came back a couple days later, there was only one left, and
That's always a good sign.
I grabbed it.
It's a good series. I know Amy O'Byrne in here from O'Byrne's Irish Pub.
Yes.
Amy has tried at least one of them. I think Amy's tried the Portuguese as well, but I know she's had the chickapin. And honestly, it's a really good series. It is a good price on it. Tealing's done well with the series. They really have. And
I think it's a really fun and creative series. If you take the same whiskey, same mash bill, same proof points, everything, you just have it aging in different wood, and just seeing how much of a difference the barrel has on the whiskey is a lot of fun for me. That's one of the things I love about bourbon.
I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering back to when I did the full review, that it's a 50-50 mash bill, 50% malted rye, 50 or malted barley, 50% unmalted barley. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering that right. And there are actually some additional ones that are European releases. I think they did like a cherry wood as well.
Okay. No, we're not drinking blind.
No, it's just that he's not had any of them. So
yes, I have very limited experience with Irish whiskey. I had one of my army buddies went to his house, and he had me try the Redbreast 12-year cast strength side by side with the Redbreast 15-year, and those two side by side were absolutely phenomenal. Really enjoyed it.
Those are two good ones. They're vastly different too.
But I couldn't decide which one I liked better. Like I thought they were like equally good.
Yeah.
And
I sent him some higher proof Irish bottles that I know have a lot of big flavor.
Yeah. I had a bottle of the Jameson Black Barrel, the double barrel.
Oh, the Black Barrel? Yeah.
And for St. Patrick's Day last year, I bought the Bushmills triple barrel one, whatever that one is.
Oh, was that 16? Is that the?
I don't remember. It's gone now. I
think it's the bourbon sherry and port. That's a 16. So Black Barrel, if you go to Ireland, they have a Black Barrel proof that is a play on words, though. It's not cast strength. It's actually just 50%. Right. But you can go to Jameson and bottle your own Black Barrel at cast strength.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And there's one of the places I did not get to.
Besides this new Teeling that I haven't cracked yet, the only other Irish whiskey I had is a Tullamore Dew. And so this is all new to me here.
Is it just regular Tullamore that you have?
Yes.
Okay. I think this one especially is really good cigar whiskey. I just think the notes in it would pair well with like an Aduro.
I see that. Yeah. Oh, cheers.
Cilantro. Yeah, Amy bottled her own, and it's phenomenal. The Black Barrel cast strength.
Wow. That has a lot of flavor going on.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's got a lot going on. It's rich. It's oily. I didn't think you would be sad about picking up that bottle.
No.
With this, and I have not heard bad review about the Swedish oak. I haven't tried it myself yet, but everything I've heard has been pretty positive about the series and about all of them, actually. Hey, cheers, 21090. It's good to see you. What is Mark currently having? We are currently drinking the Teeling Wonders of Wood Portuguese Oak. It's a single pot still, 50% ABV, and the maturation has been in a virgin Portuguese oak cask. It's from their Wonders of Wood series. There are 3 of them out right now, and the latest is the Swedish oak that Mark has. And they're in the States. They're making their way across, which I'm sure I don't know. Do you guys have the Wonders of Wood up there, Ben, in Canada? I would think Alberta would get it.
Hmm.
Oh, thank you, Amy. Hey, cheers, Captain. ICE. All sounds good. Hope to see the recap of the trip. I will be doing that. I tried to post little videos for you every day, little shorts of where we were at, just quick shorts. I took a ridiculous amount of footage and pictures and content.
I know the airport in Ireland that I went to was huge, and it was like a mall. It was
the
beautiful.
Dublin?
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. I am glad we flew into that one and not directly Belfast after seeing the Belfast airport. No offense to the good people at in Belfast, but their airport, it makes the Columbus airport look big. Like it was small. And I'm like, okay, not sorry that we went to Dublin instead. And I did that entirely by intention. My husband wanted to visit the Harley Davidson store in Dublin. I also wanted to get the two airport exclusive bottles that you could only get at the Dublin and Shannon airports. So we flew in there and took a 2-hour bus up to Belfast. There's a train and a bus. It wasn't a big deal. It's not a bad trip.
Beautiful country.
It really is. Yeah. We spent all our time up north. We were only in Dublin just for one day, the last day. This one it's just so rich. It's got so much flavor going on.
Yeah, it really
and
does.
I get tobacco notes on this one.
Yeah, I get the tobacco in the back of the palate. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of like a pear on the tip of the tongue, but I do
get a little pear. Yep.
It's a nice mouth coat though.
Yeah, it's a little more. It's got a nice little spice at the end, but it's nothing overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
I compared this one to the Missouri Oak, the Redbreast Missouri Oak. This one is a little bit spicier. That one's a little more sweet.
Okay.
They're both really rich, really great. Let me know in chat if you guys have tried any of these tealings. Well, I've seen all three tealings. Can't decide which one to try. Hopefully your review helps me decide. Yeah, I did a full review on it. I'm trying to remember which one I compared it to in the full review, but it is nice. Honestly, all three of them are, if you can get any of them, all three of them are pretty solid. I have not had I prefer the Portuguese oak over the Chinkapin myself. I have not had the Swedish yet. That one just came out. I do have every intention of buying that one though.
Do you know off the top of your head what Chinkapin is? Like where that wood is from?
I'm pretty sure it's white oak.
I would imagine it's from a specific region though, right?
Chinkapin oak. Let's Google. Let's see what Google says. I guess it's just an American oak. Where from? Yes, Eastern and Central North America. That's what I thought. It was an American oak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, American white oak. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Baumburgers uses Chinkapin oak as well. Thank you, Peter.
Oh, Baumburgers does. Interesting.
One of my buddies gifted me a Jameson signature in a blue and white box that I think is a non-export. He picked it up in Ireland. Blue and white box.
That's pretty neat.
I'm trying to think of which one that would be. I'm not 100% sure, Mr. Mom. I did pick up the Jameson triple. Actually, I picked that up in Atlanta on the way over. So we were shopping before we even left the country. And yeah, they're like, you're taking this out of the US. Repatriating it back to Ireland. And never you mind that it makes its way back to me in the US. That is a well-traveled bottle from Dublin to Atlanta to Dublin to Belfast back to Ohio. So it's a well-traveled bottle of whiskey.
It's culture.
And cheers, Drifting Drams. It's good to see you guys.
Drifting Drams.
Enjoyed some Drifting Drams coffee this morning. Their coffee is so good.
Yeah, I need to buy some.
Yeah, it's really delicious. Do I really want to jump right into the deep end with a two stacks 12-year 62.5%, or go with a warm up Bushmills 10 first? I don't mind going deep immediately. Which two stacks are you talking about? The you guys had the Moscato, I think it was. I think that was a Canadian one. All right. So you were talking about Tullamore Dew earlier.
Yes.
So I sent you a very special Tullamore Dew that I thought you might enjoy.
Yeah, it says here it's called the Phoenix.
This is called the Phoenix. So this is a discontinued release. However, you can still find these bottles on shelves. So I sent it to you because if you come across it, it is a good one to find. So this is a combination of single pot still. It is single pot still. What am I thinking of those as a blend? This is Oloroso sherry finish. Okay. I think I'm thinking of my other one. That's the blend. Yeah, I'm thinking Trilogy. So this is a single pot still. This was bottled at 55% ABV. This is actually to celebrate the town of Tullamore that burned down from a hot air balloon.
Oh, wow.
They had a hot air balloon burn the whole damn town down, and they had to rebuild
the whole town.
The whole town. It's not that big a town. So they had to rebuild it, and they released this whiskey as kind of a limited edition, and this was released probably like 10, 15 years ago. You can still find these on shelves. I can tell you that when me and my friends find them, we snap them right up. I have a backup somewhere in this house. But this is Tullamore Dew Trilogy. There are Tullamore Dew Phoenix. And it's in a nice purple. The box has like the purple on it as well. It's boxed up kind of the same way as their 12-year. But it is really, really good. I know Ben is in chat. Ben found one. We convinced him to buy it. He hit up me and Donald Rance. We both like, you got to buy it. You got to buy it.
It's got some like thick, slow-moving legs.
Yeah, it's a real oily one. I was not, Donner. When I went, I did go to Friend at Hand, but he wasn't there when I was there. And then we did they had an event there at Friend at Hand that I was going to go to, but we did Black Cap Tour the same day. So at the same time. So I missed him, but I talked to him and I told him, like, next time we definitely have to connect. I did manage to, trust me, I went home for some things from Friend at Hand. It is an amazing, amazing store. It's a museum. It's unreal. And I got some really amazing bottles from there. Yes, the Moscato. Okay. And cheers, Nick Proman.
What up, Nick?
So Tullamore Dew Phoenix, one of my favorite discontinued, probably this one, and then the Power Signature. Both of those, if I see them anywhere in a store, I'll snap them up. And you, like I said, you can still find these. You'll find these dusty bottles sitting on shelves. So if you find these, they're definitely worth a buy, and they're not usually all that expensive. You can usually find them around $80, $70, $80. So same style of whiskey as the previous bottle we tried, but sherry finish. And you could smell those almond sherry notes right on the nose on this one.
Absolutely. It's much lighter of a nose than the last one.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm in it. Cheers.
Let's launch it.
Oh, I like the butter on the sides of the tongue.
It's buttery.
Yeah.
And this one has more of that pot still kick.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, much stronger finish.
Yeah. And that's more kind of indicative of pot still Irish whiskey. If you've had single pot still, like the Redbreast that you had, like the cast strength, that baking spice punch of spice.
Yes.
Yeah, and I see where we snap these up every time we come across them. We're like, I can't believe you discontinued that. Please bring it back. And they won't.
Man, the front of the palate is so buttery. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It is. You can taste those oils.
Yes.
I mean, it's such a good mouthfeel in this whiskey. It's really thick.
Yeah, it's crazy oily. I like it.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. And I do look for it's hard. We don't really have Dusties in Ohio as a control state.
Mhm.
You really don't, because the state, if things don't sell, they have a liquidation and they get them off the shelves. So they actually just did that right now, which is why, even though I just came back from a trip and bought 42 bottles of Irish whiskey, I went right to the liquor store and bought 5 more. Because they discounted the Powers Rye. They discounted to $18 a bottle. And I'm like, all right, for $18,
man.
if you're in Ohio or if you're near the border of Ohio, run for the border, because right now Powers Rye is only $18 a bottle. And there's several that are, but that's why they're doing it. If you don't sell, it gets discounted and they get it off the shelves to make room for other things. Yeah. So, I mean, it's good that we have the opportunity for those prices, but the downside is you're not going to find a whole lot of Dusties.
Yeah.
If you do, it's older things like you can find some older. I know a place that has an older Redbreast 15 year. But it's stuff like that usually.
Yeah. Around here, if I see something old, it's because that they way overpriced it, and it's sitting on the shelf for a reason. Because it's a $100 bottle, they're trying to sell for $600, and so it's gathering dust.
Yeah, we get that with a lot of people come here to buy Weller, because you get Weller SR, it's $25.
Yeah,
which is where it should be. It was $22. Tom says that it was $22 on sale there a month ago. Yeah. Hey, cheers, Sugar Kitty. How are you doing, good sir? Ohio, where we're not a state, or Taco Bell, run for the border. For freaking Powers Rye at $18. Heck yeah. They also Barrel Dovetail. They had that discounted, I think, to $50. I like that one. I don't know if I like it 50, but I do like it.
Yeah, I thought it was good, but not good enough to where I'm gonna run out and buy a bottle. I liked it.
Yeah, I like Seagrass, I think, a little better, but I liked Armida even better. I still don't know if I like any of them 50, but
yeah,
there's too much bourbon out there. Good bourbon for better prices. Yeah. Tom is on bottle 17 of Powers Rye, but who's counting? Yeah, there were 5 on the shelf, and were 5 in my car. It's a big favorite of my husband. Makes great old fashioned. Ooh, I'm gonna have to save some of that one. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So the first two, which one did you prefer? Out of both of their single pot still. It's tough because they're both so different. They're both good.
They're whiskeys. They're extremely different.
Yeah, but they really are.
Like, if I had both bottles on my shelf, which one would I reach for more often? It'd definitely be the Tullamore Dew.
Yeah.
I feel like the that Teeling Portuguese is a drink that I'd be in the mood to drink.
Yeah.
Like, you're in the mood for it.
That's the same for me. I mean, it's more one you've got to be either having a dinner that goes with it, or goes good with coffee, goes good with cigars. There has to be a reason I'm thinking to reach for it.
Yes.
It's good. It's really good. It's just not one that you gravitate toward more as like a daily. I'm just going to grab it all the time.
Right. Agreed.
So the first two, it was Teeling Portuguese. Then we had Tullamore Dew Phoenix for the first two. Powers Rye starts out a bit floral, then continues as a little floral, followed by floral, more floral. I did not get floral at all, Sugar Kitty. I really don't get floral. I do get mint, but I get more like banana bread, like spice. I don't really get floral on that one, but. So the third pour is actually a distillery that I had the opportunity to visit last week. It is one where I think if my husband wouldn't have missed me, I never would have left. I offered for them to just make me a cop behind the bar and put me to work the next day. We went up into the Mourne Mountains to visit Killowen Distillery.
Killowen.
So what I have poured for you is actually a U.S. release. You can, I don't know if you can get this in your state, but I know Folsom Wine and Spirits in California has it available online, and I know they ship to, I think, just about every U.S. state, except Ohio. Ohio's control state, but we get it. We have it just across the river in Kentucky. This is a PX sherry and coconut rum finished 5-year single malt. Now, this is a sourced whiskey, but the rum cask that it was finished in is actually Killowen's own dark rum. So they do rum, they do gin, they do posheen, and they're doing whiskey. And this was one of 2 special bottles that were just for the U.S. Hey, Donald. Cheers to you. I hope you got all your little care package that I sent with Chris and Lil. You had I think you do still have some here. It's just I don't have a box that big. Killowen, the distillery with a bar that has a 4-leaf whiskey shrine corner. Yeah, I have plenty of pictures with Brendan. It is smaller than you think. I mean, I've got, if you look at the Killowen video I have, I'm standing in the middle of the distillery, and it takes all of like 10 seconds to walk from one end to the other. And that's the new part, because it used to be half that size. And he's got like 2 handmade copper pot stills with bricks around, and he's producing everything off that. And you walk up a spell to the rick house, and their rick house is just a very small, like 1-car garage size building as well. It's amazing the whiskey that he's producing out of that small, tiny little space. But it's crazy. Oh, you got everything. Okay, good. Yes, home of the Whiskey Pope. When we got there, it was the very last stop on our tour, and they first told us that he had an emergency and couldn't be there. And I'm like trying hard to hold it together. I'm like, it's okay. I still get to see the distillery. So it'll be okay. Well, he turned out then it's a 1-lane road. By 1 lane, I mean, we had to take a smaller like shuttle bus to get up there. Like the bus won't fit. It's they use it also for livestock. So when we walked to that rick house, you had to watch for the sheep poop, because they use it to shuttle their sheep back and forth. But I mean, basically a car, no shoulder. And a tractor comes around with a big flatbed, and there's a table on it, and up pops Brendan Carty of Killowen, who makes all the whiskey, and he's dressed as the Pope. Yeah, it was interesting.
That's so fun.
It was hilarious. Yeah, he does create serious magic. Hey, Mr. Great Shot.
What's up, Mark? Good to see you, buddy. So when first hit on the nose was really like, wow, what is going on? But it's calmed down a lot now that I've like gotten used to it.
Well, and this is younger than the first 2 we've had. This is 5 years old. The first two are single pot still, is a single malt. This one is a little, actually, this is the same ABV as the Tullamore. That one was 55%. This is 55%.
Yes. Right. But you said this is coconut rum and what?
Coconut. It's called coconut rum and raisin. It's finished in PX sherry casks and coconut rum casks. And normally it's finished in the normal rum and raisin is finished in Cullowen's dark rum cask. However, these are from, he said, West Indies. I think Jamaican rum casks, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, for coconut rum.
Let's get into it.
Yes. The kind of Irish road where you call the guy down at the other end of the road to see if anyone is on the road first. And if you don't know the guy on the road, you don't go. Yeah, it is that kind of road. Because if you run across another car, you're backing up a good quarter mile.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, we had to ditch the bus we'd been on all week for a smaller, like an airport kind of shuttle bus. And it was knocking trees. I mean, the side mirrors were knocking trees all the way up that road. Amy just found this Cullowen in our cabinet. Good reason to pour it. I'm pretty sure I'm on my third bottle. We have a mutual friend in Cincinnati who was going over the river to Party Source. I'm like, give me another one. I'm out. Oh, thank you, David Bass.
What's up, David? This one is quite the roller coaster. There's a lot going on here.
There is a lot going on in this. This is totally different. It's still rich. It's not as, I don't think it's as oily as the others, but it is still rich. Another one that
its flavor is big and strong, and then it's out because without the viscosity of the other two, like this one is shorter lived on the palate, but the wild ride it takes you on. Yeah.
And Cullowen's kind of known for that. Their bottles are all higher ABV. It's all big flavor. He's also big on, you make the whiskey right, and you don't need to sit in a cask for 20 years. He releases everything at 3 years. I have all of these. The oldest one is 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
That's all their own distillate.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah. And it is big flavor. Now, a lot of that's peated. I wasn't sure how you were with peat, so I didn't send you anything peated.
Appreciate that. Well, I just know that
made that mistake with Jarrell once. I sent him something peated, not realizing his adversity to peat. So
I just know that when it comes to peated, as soon as you have one, you're not drinking anything else the rest of the night.
No, your palate's done for the night. Yeah.
Right. It is such just a sledgehammer to your palate. So it's like when you go back to drinking anything else, it feels so light and watery and stuff after having a lot of peat. Yeah, it's crushing. Yeah.
So Donald, I did not try it over there because I have one right here.
Oh,
I actually just released a full review on Redbreast 18.
Well, that sounds delicious.
This just released September 12th.
What's up, Brian? Brian's in the house. Is Brian live right now? Doesn't he usually go live on Sunday?
He does. Brian, make sure you drop the link to your stream because you go live at 7:00. And I'm pretty sure you are going live at 7 tonight.
Yeah, shameless plug. Don't be scared of it.
Hey, I plug everybody's channels.
Yeah, drop.
Yeah, guys, make sure you drop your link.
Yeah.
If you have a channel, make sure you're dropping it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, Ben. Those Cullowen rum and raisins sell out quickly in Alberta. I haven't seen any recently. Yeah, I can tell you the Party Source has ordered them a couple times. They keep restocking it. They've been happy that they've supplied it. I do not have many Irish whiskey, starting with Jameson Crested that my sister-in-law brought back from the distillery. Jameson Crested is very good. Jameson Crested is a Jameson, but it's got more pot still in the blend, and it's got more sherry.
Okay.
Sherry finish in the blend. So it's like
I haven't seen that one.
Jameson. You can get it across the border in Canada. I know Canada has it.
Okay.
Peat is life. Yeah, I like peated whiskey. I like it. I didn't send you any. I have several that are peated. Hey, cheers, Derek Whiting. Good to see you, sir.
What up, Derek?
Yeah, Crested is very good. And Crested's cheap. I think it's only like $35 a bottle. It's cheap too. Oh, there you go. Yeah, guys, we will be done by 7, so everybody can make sure they catch Coco's stream tonight.
And I think his thumbnail said that it is Mental Health Awareness Week, right? Something like that.
I think so.
Which is big for me in my veteran community. Your mental health is paramount, because I know a lot of guys that survived a lot of terrible situations, multiple deployments, and they didn't survive being back here at home.
Well, thank you and all the veterans for your service. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the Jameson Dickies collaboration? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just regular Jameson. I mean, if you're a Dickies fan, if you happen to be there and need another bottle of Jameson, it's probably worth grabbing. But Jameson's one, I don't typically have a bottle of regular Jameson around. We tend to pick up Powers, Gold Label, Tullamore Dew. Irish Malts has the regular rum and raisin for $57.42.
Oh, it's very specific.
It's because it's converted, because it's in euros over there.
Right.
Yeah, that's the conversion from euros.
Oh, I love it.
Picked up the new Clonakilty, the finished in rum cask. Oh, the barrel strength one, finished in rum. Isn't that good? That one, yeah, I've got that one. That is really all the Clonakilty. I mean, those private barrel select, those are so good. So it's a Jameson that's like Blackbush that you don't have to duck when you ask for it. Yeah. Except that Blackbush is single malt and single grain, and this is single grain and single pot still. But yes.
I love these analogies. He cracks me up.
October is also National Liver Awareness Month. Oh shit!
Liver.
I don't want to know what my liver test would say right now.
Oh no, my Czech liver light has been on for a while.
Yeah, go watch the shorts that I posted last week, and you'll see why. There's a lot of drinks in those.
Yeah, I put tape over on tape over it so I don't see the light.
I know somebody that does that in their car.
Yep, exactly.
Every time a new light comes on, they tape over it.
Yep, yeah, my stepdad does that. He doesn't like seeing the light on. I was like, it's on for a reason, bro. Oh man.
Oh, there we go, Amy. Thank you for your service. A toast to you and your friends. Yeah, you only have it. Yeah, see, that's usually what we have. I keep a bottle of 375 in case I need it to compare for reviews. That's the only thing I really have it around for. Eventually, the light just wears out and goes off.
The light just.
I mean, whatever works.
When the bulb dies. Did you get a koozie from Chris and Lil?
No, I was not able to get down and see them. So unfortunately, the last couple days of our trip, my husband got pretty sick, and he came back and he's still pretty bad. Man. I ended up, like I said, I woke up Saturday with a sore throat and my head was all congested. And I still sound a little congested. And I'm like, crap, I don't know what I've got. I'm not going to go down there and make them sick because they still have part of their tour to do. And I don't want to, ruin their trip for them or anybody else.
Yeah.
So I've got stuff for them. And I said, if I don't catch you guys this trip, I will definitely see you next time. I've got bottles for you. I picked up some things in Ireland. So yeah, it was just, I was hoping, but I thought I would get sick quicker and then I would feel fine by Saturday. And unfortunately, I didn't get sick on the trip. I got sick when I got back.
Yep. I'd rather be sick after I get home than while I'm on a trip, but it
Same.
Still sucks.
Same. And I didn't expect to get sick there because frankly, I had enough alcohol in my system, probably would have killed anything. which I swear I'm like poaching has to be the answer for everything because I had more poaching last week than I typically have. And I was fine till I got home. You hear I'm still a little, but it could also be just all the, because it's been real dry here. So pollen's up real bad. And Bushmills 10 and 2 stacks 12-year Moscato have been poured. You got 2 very nice pours there. Chris has the best koozies, not always meant for mixed company. Writer's Chairs 2023 cast strength. That's great stuff. You know, Donald, I might have to put that on my Christmas list because I do know where one of those is. I do know a store that has one, and I'm kind of not allowed to buy right now. You see the picture I posted in YouTube community, you'll see why. Especially at Friend of Hand. Oh boy, those are some nice bottles. Nope, we got 2 more. So we're gonna go to our next one.
The Whistler.
This is the Whistler. This is a PX cast finish. This was a single barrel. This is single malt. This was a cast strength single barrel pick done for the state of Ohio.
Oh, that's a pretty bottle.
Yeah. So this was done for Ohio liquor.
Wow.
This one, yeah, they did a PX. They did a tequila finish. They did a Barbados rum that I also have, which was really good. These were really great. You've got 56.17%. And these were only, I think, $75, $79. There are still a couple stores that have these, but you got to look a little harder. If you're looking for one of these, because I know like Gandy Road, I know is around the Cincinnati area. Look at the locations where they had the big Irish cask and craft events. So the state brought in 26 new brands in March of this past year. And those stores still have stock of most things. I do know they still have a couple left of, or did before I left, of this PX cast finish. These single casts were really good. I know, honestly, they're a really good deal as far as Irish whiskey goes.
This smells more like what I'd expect an Irish whiskey to smell like more than the last 2. The last 2 were way different on the nose, but this one smells much more Irish, to where you squirt some citrus on a pear and rub it on some raw cut wood.
I always think of, when you think of Irish whiskey, you think Jameson, you think Redbreast 12. You think of those big fruity notes, the shortbread cookie.
Yes.
A little spice. That's just what you think of. Yeah. The others, yeah, probably the closest would have been that Tullamore Dew, although it was cast strength and it's spicy.
Right.
So, yeah, you get a lot of flavor when you start bumping up that ABV. There's a ton of cast strength Irish whiskey out there. The draft Guinness that helped. I didn't have actually a whole lot of Guinness. I did have some Guinness. Don't get me wrong. But we had a lot of whiskey, a lot of poaching. We actually went to a poaching bar our last night in Dublin. Had a lot of cocktails.
I've got a Guinness behind me.
I do have some. I've got some extra stout down the fridge. We always have Guinness on hand. It's usually my go-to beer. Ben says, had to step away for a few, but where did you get such a pretty girl to be on with you, Stacy?
Oh, Ben, how you flatter me.
Gandy picked up a Furcullen 15 for a friend last week. Yeah, that Furcullen 15 is a nice bottle. Hope Ohio does the Irish again next year. Gandy, I've been putting the little bird in Ohio Liquor's ear. I actually also found out that trying to talk them into a couple more brands. I know Copeland Distillery, they let me know they had actually sent samples to the state. So I'm hoping we get them because their whiskey's great. I can tell you when I started posting about Cullowen that the state commented on the post that they wanted Cullowen in Ohio. So Brendan's off doing some stuff right now. And I told him when he's back, I'm going to kind of hook him up and see if we can make that happen. That would be great. Between Blackbush and Redbreast, I lose more teeth when I ask for a higher age. That is awesome.
You're hilarious.
Oh my gosh, I need to make that into a t-shirt, Sugar Kitty. Maybe that'll be my St. Patrick's Day t-shirt for this year.
As usual, behind the wheel. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Christine Vasco, launched it to you.
What's up, Christine? It's good
Christine,
to see you.
I think you've had this one. We are having the Whistler. This is the PX Ohio barrel. It was released for state of Ohio. I'm pretty sure Christine went to the event. I'm pretty sure Christine has had this one.
Well, cheers. I'm going to get into it. Cheers.
Sláinte. Nate, what are your initial thoughts on Redbreast 18? I actually just released a video a couple days ago, full review of Redbreast 18. It's hard to say that it's overpriced because everything with Irish distillers is overpriced right now. It does actually fit into the pricing structure of their lineup pretty well at $250. And you're going to be able to find it outside of control states for less than that eventually. I mean, it'll sit, it's higher end bottles, so it'll sit there a little bit. If you can find it a little cheaper, it's 46% ABV. It's very different. And I do appreciate that. You know, I wish it had more flavor, more, you know, higher ABV. But the problem is I'm spoiled also because I mean I've had, you know, the Christmas cake. I've had a lot. I picked up a Redbreast single cask when I was over in Ireland. So if you're a Redbreast fan, I don't think you'll be, you know, horribly upset about having it. It's just, it's a little different. It's more kind of cinnamon and spice and chocolate and hazelnut than it is your typical, what you expect. The Redbreast, you typically expect those big jammy notes and they're not there on that one.
Oh,
so it's just,
wow.
it's different. It is different, which is good. I mean, it's good that they're making one that's not the same as everything else.
So it doesn't have a little touch of mixed berry jam in there?
No, not at all. I didn't get it at all.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's got cream sherry and it's got port. So you do get a little bit of raisin, kind of a raisiny fig kind of thing, but
okay.
Not a lot. I agree. More poaching. Tom, I came home with two additional bottles of poaching. Hey, cheers.
Ricky Z's in the house. What's up, buddy?
Cheers, buddy.
So you can definitely taste the sherry influence on this guy.
Mm-hmm. So this, I love that they actually tell you on the bottle. So this is a 5-year whiskey, and it was ex-bourbon barrel. Then it spent 9 months in the PX sherry hogshead. Okay. And I'm thinking it has to have been a first fill hogshead because it's got a lot of that PX.
Yes, yeah. Like I said, you definitely feel that that sherry influence.
Yeah. A lot of flavor. The thing I like about these Whistler bottles is that they do have, you know, the higher ABV, big punch of flavor, and under $80. That's
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does the Redbreast 18 stack up against the 21? I think I like the 21 a little better. I don't have a bottle of 21 to compare it to. I compared it to the 12 and the 15, and it's just different. It's really different whiskey. On the overpricing point, what is the driver of that? No, there's no export tax. The driver is Pernod Ricard. The driver is a corporation that runs Irish distillers, and they decided to increase the price. That's basically all it is. It's demand. It's the same with bourbon. I mean, it's high demand. Shoot the price up. People pay for it.
Yeah. About that. I absolutely love it when somebody comes in and doesn't play that game, and they release some really good stuff for like, you know, $30 or $40. I absolutely love it when they do that.
That's why I like that Teeling series. So that Teeling series has gone over a few years. Every year, $99 consistently every time.
The Wonders of Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Man, now I feel really great because the picture I sent you was like $78 out the door.
Yeah, you got a good deal on that one. The MSRP is 99, and it has
Really?
been every single one. It's been 99.
Yeah, it was $79 out the door.
You got a good deal on that.
And so I had this like super like naive moment where when I opened it, I was like, "Oh, is that the actual wood?" And I looked at it; it's not real wood.
I did the same thing. The same thing.
Because the fake wood here
Yeah, it looks like real wood.
it has such a distinct color to it. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like normal, just like fake wood that would be in a box kind of thing. So I was like, oh, is this the actual type of wood, the Swedish virgin oak? But no, it's fake wood. It's like cardboard.
You know, they're all moving to that though. They're all moving to that. You can see this right here. That's the new Middleton Very Rare. That's cardboard.
Right. Because I thought it'd be like this. This is actual wood.
Yeah. And honestly, for what you pay for those higher end bottles, it should be. And
yeah, exactly.
They try to say it's because they're like, oh, well, we're moving away from it for sustainability. Yeah, I'm sure that's it. Not the fact that those wood boxes cost a whole lot to ship.
Yeah.
Tom is sipping on the Cologne Whiskey A Go Girl 8-year ex-peated cast finish, 58.6. I saw that one and I thought about picking it up, but I had already had like 4 bottles of Cologne that I picked up.
A Go Girl.
Yeah, she is an Instagram. Okay. Someone on Instagram that did a bottling with them. And my Patreons are going to get, let's see if I can get this up. Hold on, my chair. Going to get the chance very soon. We're going to be releasing this Cologne Rum and Raisin. This is the Ohio Hibernians edition of the Cologne Rum and Raisin.
Oh, nice. So
I talked to Brendan when I was there. He actually gave me one of the finished ones and signed it. It has he did a green wax at the top. So it's for the Ohio Ancient Order of Hibernians, but I'm giving my Patreons a chance to buy one too. So if you're a member of my Patreon, you're going to get the opportunity to buy that one. And they handle all the shipping, all that good stuff. That's disappointing. It's an attempt to move up market with Scotch. Yeah. I mean, Irish whiskey's hot right now, and it's just demand.
Have you also, because you've been to a few different Irish distilleries, have you been to any Scottish?
We have not. I actually owe my husband a trip to Scotland, and he put it off so we could go on this Irish whiskey vacation because it was touring all the northern distilleries that I love, which I love all these distilleries in County Down. And he got to see Scotland, actually, because we were on a boat at Copeland, looking at Copeland Island, which is off the coast of Donaghadee, Ireland, Northern Ireland in County Down. And it's only 20 miles from Scotland. So when you're out on the boat, I think we were like 10 miles away from Campbelltown, and it was clear day. So you could actually see Campbelltown. And I did not know that there was a ferry from Belfast to Scotland. Otherwise, we probably would have done it on our one free day. Although it was like 2 hours there, 2 hours back, we wouldn't have really been able to do anything except maybe go to a pub, have a pour, and come back. But had I known, we would have done that. But So we've got to get over to Scotland. I definitely owe him a trip to Scotland. Hey, Josh Fritz. Cheers to you, good sir. Let me know what you guys are all drinking.
When the horse soldiers, the first guys in Afghanistan, the horse soldier crew, when they were talking about putting a whiskey together, and they went to a bunch of distilleries here in the U.S., and then they went to Scotland and Ireland. They visited a bunch of distilleries, and then because they were really trying to learn about making whiskey before they made their horse soldier. Like good soldiers do, they did a good recon. And when I interviewed him on the show, he said that the Scottish are very specific and put a lot of thought into it and like very particular about things. And he said, but with Irish, it seems like they can just make whiskey out of the water in a puddle, they'll just make some whiskey.
Yeah.
And but at the end of the day, he said everything matters. Like not only like what we were talking about with the wonders of wood, how much difference having the same mash bill in different types of wood. You know, same APV, same recipe, but it's in different wood, so it ages differently. But he was like, the type of yeast that you used will totally change the flavor. That, you know, the mash bill, of course, you know, he said everything matters. Like
Oh yeah.
where you get the water from and what filtration
Mhm.
process the water goes through. All that matters. All of it does.
So Cologne actually as one, their yeast process is kind of nutty. They'll mix their mash, they'll roll it outside and let natural domestic yeast happen, natural fermentation.
Oh, okay.
Then they'll pitch the yeast in after that's already start. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what he does. But
Yeah,
yeah,
some people have really creative processes that
yeah.
you don't hear anybody else doing. That's one of the
Well,
reasons why I love to talk.
Irish whiskey standards aren't hampered. They can use any cask. There's no limitations on cask either. So
Right.
that gives them a lot of freedom. It's crazy. Yeah, that is pretty much.
Yeah, I love talking to the different.
That's so cool. I'm gonna have to check out Horse Soldier. I didn't realize they did that. That's
Yeah,
really
they
cool.
did a lot of research before they started making their stuff.
That's really cool. All right, if you guys are not subscribed to Northwest Bourbon, you are missing out. Make sure everybody in chat, make sure you bounce over here and give Mark a follow. It's a whole lot of fun to watch your channel. I'm glad I got to watch it last night.
Oh man, yeah. Last
That was
night,
really cool.
first Saturday of the month, we do a veterans live stream.
Yeah, I was happy to catch that. If you tried that bottle you got in Texas and duty free, I randomly found in a little store in Connecticut. Oh yeah. You're talking about the Jameson Triple Triple that Ben found in a store that's an airport exclusive. So somebody put it in a store in Connecticut, and they aren't supposed to be doing that. Richie Z is drinking the Tyrconnell 15-year Madeira cask.
Madeira cask, yeah.
All right, so we are going to get to our last pour here. So this is another distillery that I got to visit, and I love this one. I actually got a backup when I was there. This is Short Cross Rye and Malt.
And I have never heard of this one. I, of course, had heard of Teeling, I'd heard of Tullamore Dew, and I'd heard of Killowen. I'd never heard of Short Cross before.
This is, they do. I love David and Fiona to death. They do a terrible job at advertising, and they know it. This is a malted rye and then malted barley, cask strength, 66% ABV. Love this one. Redemin Estates, beautiful estate I got to visit. They grow their own, barley there. They actually have the only distillery logo visible from space because as you roll into their distillery, they have a huge parking lot and they have the Short Cross logo that's right here, and they have it painted on the parking lot, and it is visible from space.
No way.
Yeah.
That's fun.
This one, I wanted to give you this one because I love rye and Irish whiskey. Absolutely love it. I love rye whiskey. And this is one of my favorites. You cannot get this in the US yet.
Oh, okay.
So we're finished with something a little special. Like I said, I picked up another one there. I love it. They do have some peated whiskey that my husband loves. This has no peat whatsoever in it.
Okay. I got it.
Oh yeah, Ben. I've had the Jameson Triple. Yeah, I picked up another bottle of it. Actually, you missed the story. I picked it up in Atlanta. So that bottle went from Cork to Atlanta, back to Belfast, and then back to Ohio. That's a well-traveled little bottle of Irish whiskey. Just poured a Redbreast 21 to check, and it is spicy on the finish. Must be lots of French oak. I'd be curious. I didn't think Redbreast 21 was as spicy as the new 18, but I did not have a 21 to compare it against. I do remember getting more fruit on the 21 than I did on the 18. The 18 it's just a different beast. It's a different animal. The only peated whiskey I will drink. Oh, you had the Irish Rover.
I'm now an Irish Rover. I tried to put your Patreon link in the chat, but I'm not a mod, so it didn't.
Oh,
it didn't work. It didn't work.
You got to throw a chat in there so I can mod you up. Hey, Joe. Cheers.
Independent Joe is in the house. Freaking love that guy.
Oh, he's awesome. He's the best.
If you're not subscribed to Independent Joe,
he is the best. Shocked no 2 stacks. Yes, there is no 2 stacks because I know that Mark does not like peated. I didn't think he liked peated whiskey, and 2 stacks does have 2% peat in a lot of the blends. So
I've tried some that were lightly peated, and I definitely have an appreciation for that smokiness. You know, like it reminds me of like I'm sitting on the back porch in the summertime with like a fire pit going or barbecuing, and having that smokiness on it is nice. But yeah, you're absolutely right. When that peat is like strong and overwhelming, I'm just like, oh my goodness gracious, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, I have some single malts, but a lot of these blends do have 2% peated malt, and not knowing how. So plus, I want to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I wanted to try to give you some things you could find in the States too. And even if you can't find like this Whistler, the Ohio one, several states and stores are doing these Whistler bottles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and they're all really reasonable. So it's one you'd be able to find. Can't stay away from the Keeper's Heart lately. I like Keeper's Heart. That's a good one. Cognac finish is on the way. There you go. Cognac finish is good too.
I know a couple guys over here like Toasty and Baller. They love a cognac or Armagnac finish.
I did get to try an Armagnac and an Armagnac 20-year-old. Armagnac finished Dunvilles when we were over there, and it's going to be releasing here soon.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
So this is rye and malt, 66%.
Yes, malted rye, malted barley, 66%.
Cheers.
Sláinte. I think this is about, yeah, it's got some heat on it.
No, yeah, that's got a lot of flavor in the middle of the palate.
Yeah.
Like it comes in kind of soft, but the middle of the palate just evolves like crazy.
Aged in a combination of virgin chickapin oak and ex-bourbon barrels.
There's a little cinnamon on the finish.
Yeah, I do get some cinnamon on here, which is that makes sense. Now I see it's got virgin oak in it. Although it makes sense with the rye too. Irish rye is a lot softer than American rye. Even something like this, this high in ABV, it's a lot more rounded. Just the environment. But I picked this up initially because I saw it, number one, because the ABV. I mean, come on, 66% for an Irish whiskey. But I really like the New Riff, the malted rye.
Oh, okay.
So I immediately gravitated towards this one. Connemara Turf Moor in the regular cask strength. Best and weirdest stand peated Irish whiskeys I've ever had. Drinking this Jameson triple is like drinking water after drinking the Cologne. Oh yeah, big time.
I don't think I've ever had an Irish whiskey that I got red cinnamon on. That's crazy.
Like Red Hots, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got a couple, I think. There's some that I get kind of weird notes. Twizzlers I get on a couple different Irish actually. That I get notes of kind of like Twizzlers, like cherry Coke.
Oh wow. Okay.
This one, yeah, cinnamon Red Hots, yeah. I get that on this one.
I'm only getting that on the finish. Like like I said, it starts the front of the palate really soft and nice. Then it just explodes in the middle of the palate. And there's a lot of stuff going on, but the finish is all red cinnamon to me.
Yeah, that rye. I think you're getting hit with that malt up front, and then that rye is at the end.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot. Which one of these was the one your favorite for tonight? Which you're not really putting you on the spot because I don't give a care. I didn't make any of them.
I think if I had all 5 of these on my bar, I'd still reach for the Tullamore Dew the most frequently, but I really liked that short cross. That was
like that one.
Yeah, that was it was more of an experience. You know what I mean? Like I like whiskeys that have that much going on to where it's different from everything else you tried that night.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
they used a lot of rye in their mash bills, and rye is just kind of just coming back to Irish whiskey. I mean, historically it was used a lot, but they got away from it, and it's just starting to come back, and I absolutely love it.
Sugar Kitty, you hit it. Cherry Pez, absolutely.
Cherry Pez.
Yeah.
Can I get more? I get like those cinnamon red hots. Cheers, Anthony. Are you going live tonight?
I freaking love Anthony.
I love him.
I got his mug.
Oh, that's awesome. Anthony, if you're going live, drop your link in here. I think you are a mod. Hey, Brian Toner.
Yeah, Anthony, drop your link. He is a fantastic human.
We're drinking some Short Cross Rye and Malt, 66% Irish whiskey. Tullamore Dew and I have a complicated relationship. Yeah, Donald, I will say, and I think you and I both recommended the Tullamore Dew Phoenix to Ben when he came across the bottle, because he sent both of us a message and we both were like, buy it. It is one of my faves.
All right, so I was actually saving this to crack it open with you. The Teeling Wonders of Wood. I did save a little bit of the Teeling you sent me so I could try them side by side.
Oh, cool.
And I did not brief you on this ahead of time. It's part of the fun.
That's all right.
That's
quite all right.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this one side by side with the other one, let you know what I think, and then I'm going to send you a 2-ounce sample of this guy.
Thank you.
But not just that. There's more. So you talked about how much you love ryes. The new Jack Daniel's Hero Select is a single barrel proof rye barrel pick. I'm going to send you a few of these because I have multiple different single barrels of this. So I'm going to send you those as well. And so you have to send me your address.
Oh, I will. Yeah, so I gravitate more towards rye than bourbon. I freaking love rye.
I know you told me how much you loved ryes, and so that's why I was like, you've got to try these. These are my favorite ryes right now. Absolutely.
Anthony's bug is visible on certain Sunday nights. His coffee cups are legendary. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. There you go. 7:30 Eastern time. So guys, make sure you go over and check out Bourbon Neophyte. Yeah, the Phoenix is great, but the apple, cider, and rum finishes. Yeah. Donald, I like the Tullamore Dew cider finish, but I like it as a mixer. The rum, I don't at all. I don't think it does anything for whiskey or rum.
I'm gonna try these side by side.
Oh, thank you, Joe. I think we came up with a new T-shirt design tonight between the black bush and the red breast. Thank you, Richie. So
the Swedish hits me with a lot of butter up front, like how that Tullamore Dew did.
I love that. I love when you get those buttery notes. All right, I'm going to pour.
There's definitely some stone
I'm going to
fruit.
go with my favorite.
There's definitely some stone fruit in the middle of the palate.
Which stone fruit you think? Like apricot or more like cherry?
No, apricot for sure.
Apricot?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It doesn't have the, like, I just took another sip of the Portuguese one.
Mm-hmm.
And the Swedish one doesn't have those dark tobacco type notes in the back of the palate. It stays a little bit softer. I don't want to say brighter because it's still kind of dark, but it's softer than the tobacco notes you get on the Portuguese. The Swedish one has just lots of those softer fruits.
See, the Swedish sounds like something I'd like even more because I like French oak. I like the buttery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like French oak stave or French oak. That's just real buttery notes.
Yeah. No, that's nice. I'm excited for to send you a sample of this guy.
Ben says, wish you two had told me to clear the shelf when I went back to the store and they were gone. Because Ben, you're never in a liquor store ever. You'll come across them again. It's no rush. It's no rush. Bringing you out to the fire pit with a cigar. There you go. Well, Mark, thank you so much for coming on here. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate the invite. It's been a great time chatting with you and trying these Irish whiskeys. I've like you talked about earlier. I've never tried any of these, and it was definitely a really fun experience. Love it. Good stuff.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys, make sure you guys are all subscribed to Northwest Bourbon. Tune in. So, what do you have coming up on? You're going live this week on Thursday.
I go live every Thursday night. I try to get a distillery on to interview at least once a month. And the first Saturday of every month, we do a Veterans Whiskey Club live stream where we talk about military history events that happened in whichever month it was. Like, so this month was the month of October. So October 3rd was the anniversary of the Battle of Mogadishu. And, I'll bring up something from World War II, bring up something from Vietnam, and talk about some issues that are going on more currently in the military. And we just have a good time drinking veteran-owned whiskeys. I highlight a different veteran-owned whiskey every month. And there's a good amount of veteran-owned whiskeys out there. And so being able to bring them into the spotlight and talk about them a bit is something that I just really enjoy doing, and helping spread the word on other small veteran-owned businesses and pretty good whiskey too.
I love that you do that. I love that you put that focus on that. All right, guys, make sure you guys are all subscribed. Thank you so much, Joe, for putting the link in here.
I appreciate you, guys
are all subscribed to Northwest Bourbon. Go watch Kilco's live right now. 7:30 is Bourbon Neophyte. Make sure you guys go check those streams out. Tell them that we sent you, and you guys all enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yep. Mental health. Cheers.